All right. Uh, Hello, Speed Gaming. We got another pair of Super Metroid 100% tournament races. Just starting now. Uh, Jighart versus Personitis and Total versus Enmet. So, good luck to everyone as they make their way through Series Station. So, their series is mainly a case of good movement. You'll see uh, techniques like stopping right in front of, well, at a proper distance from doors, so to be able to build up some speed and go through them right when they open, and arm pumping to push Samus forward an extra pixel each time. So everyone has now made it off of series and into the main part of the game. And we'll see who can gather everything from the planet the fastest now. Alright. Uh, Everyone's through or close to being through pit room and down to the morphing ball. There are a few ways to get across that room. As well as a few different ways to handle the room between that and going down to the first pack of missiles. Now they'll start making their way across pit room the other way, having to deal with all of the enemies in there and get through to the climb, where I'm seeing Enmet and Personitis going for the wall jumping strategy. Looks like that's what Total's doing too, and what Jighart's doing. And now Enmet is at Bomb Terizo. Everyone else on their way in now. Enmet got a nice fight. Ideally, what you want to do there is enter with full health so that you only get missile drops, and pump 4 in, grab some more, and then do another 3. This is after 5 regular shots while waiting for Bomb Terizo to fire the spheres. And now we've got Enmet entering Brinstar. Total in person just about there. Enmet gets the early supers. Person just at the necessary mock ball to get to them. And Total right behind. While Enmet grabs the rest of the items in the side room of early supers. And Jighart now entering Brinstar. Looks like Enmet had the reverse mock ball. Person didn't get it. Total went for it and didn't get it. It's very tight to get that. Person gets a nice fast fall to the remaining pack of missiles and back up through the crumble blocks before they respawn. And Person now on the way through Pink Brinstar to the charge beam. Enmet through Green Hill Zone. Total about to get the charge beam now. And Jighart just finished early supers room and all of the other items that are in it. Total just got, and likely the others also did, get a mock ball through the, after jumping through a gap between 2 parts of early in the Green Hill Zone room, and bouncing down to off of the next level of floor down and landing on the one below that, keeping speed until the second bounce lands, just squeezing a little bit more speed out of that. And that's what Jighart was just able to do too. Enmet on the way to Kraid. Person in total. Now with the Spazer. Continuing on into Kraid's lair themselves. Enmet in the Kraid fight. About to do the quick kill. Accidentally fires one of the super missiles into Kraid's claw and misses the quick kill. Person now starting the fight along with Total. Person gets the quick kill. Total firing a super too high. And has to deal with full-sized Kraid now. And gets past. And Jighart starting the fight now, while Total begins making his way back with the Varia suit. Enmet in person, not far from each other after getting the energy tank and exiting Kraid's lair and entering Norfair. Looks like Jighart missed the quick kill too. Enmet and Person will now be getting the high jump boots, allowing jumping higher. Total gets the Kraid's lair escape mock ball. Total entering the pre-high jump room, while Enmet and Person are one item fanfare away from one another. And enter the hot part of Norfair. Getting the lava missiles. And on into the lava ballroom. And into Bubble Mountain, where the real final boss of the game has trolled Enmet a little bit. But now both Enmet and Person are on their way to the speed booster.
Fast-looking alien! Where?
With Total a couple rooms back, and Jighart now at high jump. Enmet opting for a little bit of farming to get some super missiles. But both Enmet and Person on the way to the wave beam, with a series of jumps across small moving platforms along the top of the double chamber room. And both making their jumps from the bottom of the room to the top of it just fine. Jighart getting through the squeezing between two spikes fired by the cack attack at the top of Bubble Mountain. Meanwhile, Enmet and Person reaching the spot where the old and new routes diverge, and both heading down to Crocomire towards Grapple for the early Grapple or old route. So Crocomire does not have health in the usual sense. Instead, each hit will knock Crocomire back a certain number of steps, depending on what type of hit it was. And eventually, he'll be pushed onto the bridge over the acid and fall in. And both Enmet and Person now getting the energy tank after doing a wraparound shot. And both showing a quirk of the speed booster, where if you mockball with speed echoes and then unmorph along the ground while holding angle up, you remain in the speed booster state, even though you're standing still. And both of them getting the Shine Spark through the left door, which they had pre-opened using a wraparound shot that Total is going to be doing very soon, where firing a properly positioned shot off the right edge of the room will be considered to have hit the door on the left side of the room. And there's the wraparound shot from Total. Enmet getting the speedball into the grapple room. And both of them getting the grapples across to the missile outside of the grapple room. A very tight grapple to actually hit. So some runners will opt to get that missile first, and then instead mockball back through to the door back. A person unfortunately falls on Crocomire escape. But with a slight running start on that small platform, it's possible to make the jump all the way up there with the help of a wall jump off the edge. Total getting the grapple missile before grapple. Oh, actually, no. Must have not made it and then had to jump back up, but did get grapple first. And Enmet about to, well, End Person about to go for Alpha Spark. Enmet got it. Person did not end up with a Shine Spark charge. But both will now make their way up Red Tower. While Total continues out of the Crocomire area. And Jighart gets the grapple beam. Nice damage boosts from both of them on the way back from the first power bomb. I didn't see how they were getting towards it. So there are a few ways to clear out the enemies in the second Red Brinstar power bomb room. We saw one straight use of power bombs and one use of Shine Spark in addition to it. But now both Enmet and Person making their way across the moat. Enmet turning off Spazer during the Ocean Shine Spark. Preparing to X-Factor Fantoon. total with the power bomb damage boost that was just short and resulted in landing in the Samus Eater. Enmet and Person have the wreck ship left missile, dealing with the spikes that for some reason won't damage you without electricity. Enmet making a nice speedball through to Fantoon, which Person just got too. And now the Fantoon fights begin. Looks like a good X Factor from Enmet. Looks also like a good X Factor from Person. And Person gets the 2 round. And there's Enmet getting it too. Both now having defeated Fantoon. And continuing with Wreck Ship. Total accidentally goop sparking on the way into Wreck Ship, but is now in. And Person and Enmet on the way to the first of the 2 super missile packs in the Wreck Ship. Meanwhile, Total on the way into the Fantoon fight. And Jighart right outside Moat. Enmet in Person through Spiky Death Room. Probably the most dangerous room in 100%. Because the ground spikes will do half an E-tank of damage and the falling ones will do an entire tank. You can take a lot of damage very quickly in that room. Especially if you accidentally KO through one of the spike platforms. Enmet about to do reverse spiky death. While Total has just beaten Fantoon. Person's through. Enmet on the way up to Attic. Jighart just starting the Fantoon fight now. Person with a nice use of speed booster to deal with some of the attic enemies. And Person and Enmet through the attic work robot room. Rather annoying room because sometimes the robots cooperate and sometimes they don't. It can be tricky to get all of the clips through them, especially going right. And total is through Spiky Death Room. And Jighart has just defeated Fantoon. Total at the energy tank. As if it wasn't bad enough that Spiky Death Room's right there, it's very possible to fall into the water in the energy tank room. And while the spikes at the bottom of it don't do that much, the fish will do a very large amount of damage. Both Enmet and Person being carried down to where Gravity Suit and a couple of other items are. They had a good opportunity to just put the controller down for a little bit. So here's Spiky Death Room for Jighart. Enmet and Person now have the Gravity Suit. And both now making their way towards Gauntlet, where it looks like both of them have more than enough energy to not need to refill up the ship before going in. Jighart through reverse Spiky Death Room, but taking a very large amount of damage through it. Enmet now doing another wraparound shot, this time to open the door to the Gauntlet. With Spazer turned off, that's a pixel-perfect shot. And Enmet is through. Person about to do the Gauntlet Spark. Total in the bowling statue's hands. And Jighart in wreck ship attic. Enmet and person are right at a spot where it's possible to lock yourself out of one of the missiles and have to go back around. Enmet actually had to carefully jump way up to the other column of crumble blocks to open up access to the missile on the left side. Very nice save. Not having to go back around. Would lose quite a bit of time if that were necessary. And total now with the gravity suit. And Enmet and person headed down into the depths of green Brinstar to visit our friends the Edacoons and get the energy tank, super missile pack, and power bomb pack that are down there. So they're now at the extra item fanfare. The reason that there are 101 in this run instead of just 100. Total getting ready for Gauntlet after having had to refill up the ship because not quite enough energy. And Enmet got a nice combination of laying a power bomb right at the right spot to both open up the way into the room with the power bomb, well, and open up the yellow door that's to the right, and then diagonal shine spark up to the entrance to that room with the power bomb. And through careful camera positioning, Enmet and person have arranged such that they can fire a super into the exit path from Spore Spawn, such that the super will be considered to hit the super block before it goes far enough off screen to despawn, thereby allowing Spore Spawn's super missile pack to be picked up without having defeated Spore Spawn. It's a nice damage boost back through the door to Big Pink for Enmet. Person about to go for that too. Total starting Brinstar cleanup. And Jighart ship refilling before doing Gauntlet. So sometimes when you're charging a Shine Spark to use after a jump, if you charge it too close to the uh, to a step that you're trying to jump up, it's unfortunately way too possible to accidentally Shine Spark point blank into the step. Both Enmet and uh, person through Green Hill, having laid a power bomb at the top of it to pre-open a yellow door that will be passed through on final cleanup to get into Blue Brinstar. Both now on their way into Meridia. That was an interesting approach to Main Street missiles from Enmet. Not a strategy I've seen before for that. Person instead doing the 3-tap spark along the, well, short charge along the floor of that room. But both now entering Mama Turtle Room. Ooh, Enmet's Shine Spark was too far left, but Enmet saved it with the grapple beam. Very nice save. So Enmet in person now with Crab Supers. Jighart on the way to the 101st item fanfare. And total. Getting close to finished Pink Brinstar. Person now traversing the beach, getting the missile and super missile that are at the far left side of it. Enmet not far behind. Total finish Pink Brinstar cleanup, but lets the Shine Spark off a little bit too far to the left. And about to do that preemptive power bomb. To open up the yellow door. Then get the missiles in the green pipe. Enmet in person. Back through the beach. going on their way to Batun now. Total almost, but does not quite get Blockbuster. The door opened a little too late. Nice Batun fight for Enmet. And for Person. And we'll see what type of halfie occurs for each of them. And Enmet with the full halfie. Very nice. Person getting regular halfie. Total headed for Main Street missiles. Jighart finishing Pink Brinstar cleanup, while Enmet and Person begin the Dragon fight. There are a few ways to go about this fight, but I feel like we'll likely be seeing the Shine Spark strat. Shy Sparking through Dragon is a very efficient way of dealing damage. And it can result in a blue suit, as we see for Person. That blue suit occurs due to Dragon's death forcing Samus to stand up, even if Samus is currently in the middle of a Shine Spark. And that blue suit will allow charging up and using a Shine Spark some later time, such as to do the reverse halfie. The main disadvantage of having a blue suit is that you cannot use the move with the run button, though. But it's worth it to get reverse halfie. So Enmet on the way down the right sand pit in the in Meridia cleanup. Person getting the Aqueduct missile and super with a short charge. Total on the way back from beach. And Jighart along the way to bomb a turtle tank. Enmet opening up the grapple block on the way to Spring Ball. One of the main tricks needed for the new late grapple route is using the ice beam to get through the ceiling of the right side of that room by doing a clip involving a precisely frozen enemy to get to the spring ball without the grapple beam. Very nice Batoon fight for Total. The X Factor was right where it needs to be. And while that's going on, Enmet and Person are waiting for Shaktul to dig through the sand. Total just about at the Dragon fight. Enmet on the way up through the fast tunnel to Upper Meridia to get the plasma beam. Some nice Dragon Shine Sparking from Total. And Total defeats Dragon, but unfortunately without getting a blue suit from it. Enmet on the way through Kakatak Alley. Person having just gotten the plasma beam. And Jighart about to enter the Batoon fight. The X Factor is a little bit too high, but the particles that missed then come back around and hit Batoon anyway, leading to a nice quick fight. Enmet getting up to Aqueduct Missiles and Supers with a speed keep from the previous room. A very nice trick that was. So both Enmet and Person now in the left sand pit, with the final 2 items of Meridia for each of them. Total, meanwhile, in the right sand pit. And Jighart entering the Dragon fight. Jighart doing the grapple kill on Dragon, but carefully arranging where to get grabbed so that the grapple beam can connect with the exposed turret very quickly without having to wait for Dragon to swing Samus around sufficiently violently. And both Enmet and Person getting the Kraid missile before doing lower Norfair. Enmet with a nice Kraid's Lair escape mock ball. So both of them now headed for the Ice Beam. The last beam upgrade in the early grapple route of 100%. Very interesting strategy for getting the left wall missile for Enmet. Springballing across the room and unmorphing to reset vertical momentum and then opening the missile up and grabbing it. Interesting springball bounce strat through the rooms after that too. There are a few ways to go about getting that missile, which differ in speed and how heavily they risk falling down. Enmet on the way into Lava Dive with Chronic Boost. A precise damage boost off the lowest enemy in the previous room that fits you right into a into a particular path through the Lava Dive room. Enmet almost had the spring ball bounce across to the acid draining statue, but didn't quite make it all the way. But now entering the Golden Terizo room and space jumping across to the missile. The fastest way to get to that missile, but not quite as safe as springballing across. Person preemptively morphs on the way into the room. So there's the springball strat. As long as you have the jump button held down when you hit the crumble blocks, you will bounce. So you will not fall through. So Enmet now has the screw attack. Person starting the Golden Terizo fight. Getting right into the safe spot after forcing Golden Terizo against the wall, where you can fire straight up from a crouched position and keep going until Golden Chorizo is dead, because you're between Golden Chorizo's body's hitbox and the farthest right that Golden Chorizo's attacks will hit you. While that was going on, Enmet got the Shine Spark through Pillar Room, Fast Pillars, which Person is about to do now. But it looks like Person will need to screw attack through the pillars instead. And up through worst room in the game. Not really true in 100%, but since it really is the worst room in the game in most other categories, we still call it that. And there's Mickey Mouse missiles. Enmet ensuring that the key hunters get killed on the way down through that room in order to reduce power bomb lag. And it looks like Person fell through the crumble blocks after Mickey Mouse missiles. So that will cost some time. One of those other places where crumble blocks can make you very sad. Very nice metal pirates room for Enmet. Person on the way through Amphitheater. Total on the way to the Ice Beam. And Enmet starting the Ridley fight, which will require 20 charge shots. Person while on the way down to Ridley, getting the power bomb pack along the way, the one that's known as the power bombs of shame, when an any percent run would require getting it if out of power bombs at that moment. But of course 100% will need it anyway. So Enmet, along the way back from Ridley to the main part of Lower Norfair, while Person begins the Ridley fight. Looks like Enmet is going for the speedball, and gets it. Meanwhile, Total through the lava dive room, making nice use of a pseudo screw to not have to worry about the fireball that was traveling along with Samus. Jighart on the way to Crate Missile after finishing up Meridia. Person having just defeated Ridley and getting the energy tank. And Enmet with just a few items to go in Lower Norfair Escape. And Total on the way into Golden Chorizo. Looks like Total doing the spring ball strat. Total has beaten Golden Chorizo. Enmet is at the Franker Z missiles. And Person has the Lower Norfair Escape Energy Tank. So Enmet is out of Lower Norfair now, and getting the last few items of Norfair. The reserve tank and 2 missile packs in the room to the upper left of Bubble Mountain, and then the pack of missiles that's to the right of the Morph Maze. And Person with the Franker Z missiles. And Enmet with having finished the item collection of Norfair. Person with some nice boxing through the 3 Musketeers, firing a plasma shot through them so that while the plasma shot is in contact with them, they will not do damage to Samus. Total entering the Ridley fight. Jighart in the Golden Chorizo room. And Enmet having the X-ray scope now. Which we hope will not get in the way too much of item selection. One of the reasons why it is collected so late in the run. Total has defeated Ridley. Enmet with a nice space jump up Green Hill Room and into Blue Brinstar. Total looks like Total was going for the speedball, but didn't quite get it. Jighart moving onward after getting Mickey Mouse missiles. Person at the X-ray scope. Enmet having finished the Billy Mays room with that extra missile being but wait, there's more part after that first missile that's right there. Enmet now all finished Brinstar and charging up a Shine Spark to use across the pit room. Person just entering Blue Brinstar. Total on the way to Lower Norfair Escape Powerbomb. Jighart on the way into Metal Pirate Room. Enmet letting off that ice shot at the right moment to freeze the yellow blobs in a way that makes a path to continue running along to get the speed boost and Shine Spark charge to get to the final super missile pack in the game. Total with Franker Z missiles. And Jighart in the Ridley fight. So Enmet now back from the final missile pack in the game. And on the way into, well, toward the Golden 4 statue room. And there Enmet is. Able to put down the controller for a short time and wait for this cutscene to happen. While Person is on the way to the final super missile pack and the final missile pack. Total has just gotten the final missile pack of Norfair. There's that super missile pack. Enmet now in Torian, about to head through those Metroid rooms. Very nice first Metroid room. So Enmet through the first 4 Metroid rooms, and now about to go for the Metroid skip. And there is a nice Metroid skip from Enmet. While person is waiting on the statue room cutscene, and Total on the way back from X-ray scope. Enmet with a nice quick Zeb skip. And through Mother Brain Phase 1. Jighart now on Franker Z missiles. Person entering Torian. Enmet starting Mother Brain Phase 2. And the necessary 20 charge shots. That make this fight very quick and 100%. Alright, there's the 20th shot. Damaging down into the proper range to set stand-up glitch up. And here's the rainbow beam. So the stand-up glitch setup is finished. And we'll see what... this will allow dealing just about all the damage necessary for Mother Brain Phase 3 during the cutscene in between the 2 phases. Total on the way back from Billy Maze Room. Person doing Metroid skip. But gets caught by the Metroid on the final jump. Facing right as the Metroid completes doing its draining. Saves about 40 frames. Looks like person is going to be doing a crystal flash to regain health. Going to need to take damage to go below 50 for that. And Enmet has defeated Mother Brain Phase 3 and is beginning the escape. There's the Crystal Flash for Person. Total headed for the final super missile. And Jighart headed towards X-ray scope. Enmet setting up for a very nice climb spark from not right up against the wall. Leaving the animals be, as this is a speed run. And into the ship. Enmet is finished with an SRL time of 1:22:20. Meanwhile, Person with this on the Rainbow Beam phase, having now set up stand-up glitch. Total on the way to the golden statue room. And Jighart right at blue Brinstar. Person dishing out some damage to Mother Brain's third phase. Jighart getting the extra missile in that room before getting the one that's plainly visible. Person about to start the escape. Total in the middle of the Metroid rooms. Person on Escape Room 4. Total just finishing Metroid Room 4. Jighart with Pit Room Shine Spark. Person with the Climb Spark. Deer Force, by the way. Total in the middle of Metroid skip. Oh, gets caught by the Metroid at the last moment, though. And Enmet has 100% items collected, meaning that Enmet officially wins between Enmet and Total. Congratulations, Enmet. And Person has completed the game also with an SRL time of 1:25:49. GG. Total just starting Mother Brain phase 2 now. Getting into Crystal Flash range and doing the Crystal Flash during the transition. And Jighart waiting on the statue room cutscene. Total with the stand-up glitch setup. Pretty much not taking any damage at all during phase 2. And ready for a stand-up glitch. Person getting towards the end of the credits, where we'll see that this run, we hope, is valid. Jighart on the way through the last Metroid room now. Deer Force again from Person. And Person with 100% with a valid run. Person officially wins against Jighart. Congratulations. Total about to begin the escape. And Jighart having been caught by the Metroid. Looks like Jighart will be opting for the refill station rather than for crystal flashing. Total just about through escape room 4. Oh, but falls a little bit. And Jighart starting to damage Mother Brain Phase 1. Nice Climb Spark for Total. Looks like Total will be paying our animal friends a visit. Or perhaps not. Opening the door and, but then not going in. Taunting the animals. And Total is finished with an SRL time of 1:32.26. Nicely done. And while that's going on, Jighart in the with stand-up glitch setup in between phases 2 and 3 of Mother Brain. And the damage begins. Right, there is phase 3 of Mother Brain finished for Jighart. With some nice interesting combination of sprites on Samus after Hyper Beam was given. Jighart with Climb Spark. Total right at the end of the credits. Get your gear forces ready. And Jighart has completed the run. SRL time of 1:35:59. Congratulations. This actually looks like it was a 2-minute PB for Jighart. Congratulations. Lots of gold splits in there. Total with 100%, so Total's run is official. And we have to make sure that's true for Jighart after the credits. But congratulations to everyone. Very good runs to see, and yeah, so that's this pair of races for the tournament. So while we wait on Jighart's credits, I want to say please follow the runners. All right, we are right about at the end of the credits for Jighart. One more time, get your deer forces ready. And that is 100% for Jighart, meaning that PB is official. Congratulations. Very nice. So, no, that set of races will be all for now. Looks like the next race on the schedule for this tournament is Darko versus Galamaz at 3 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. This is Speed Gaming, the Super Metroid 100% tournament. I am Stump, and we'll see you all next mission.